Big US AI companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, even all the other big ones, Meta, Google, all these guys, they may have met their match. From a scrappy little Chinese startup, China's DeepSeek has just changed the rules of the game, and Silicon Valley is having a meltdown along with the US equity markets. Let us take a look at what happened and check what this means for cryptocurrency investors. So stay until the end of the video because it's going to affect your crypto bags. So what exactly happened? What is DeepSeek? Well, DeepSeek, a Chinese AI company, managed to develop DeepSeek R1, an AI model that matches the performance of leading US-made models like OpenAI's 01. Here's the kicker. The Chinese AI company was able to do all this despite US sanctions making it much harder for them to get their hands on the kind of GPU chips that they need. This sanction regime, by the way, was started during the Biden administration and limits China and Chinese companies from buying high-end AI and supercomputing chips from companies like NVIDIA, although there is a rumor that they did manage to get their hands on a lot of the H100s anyway. Different story, unconfirmed. Now, aside from spitting on the sanctions, the developers were also able to do it for a fraction of the price. For a measly $6 million, the team was able to develop an AI model with 671 billion total parameters. Now, in case you are wondering, by the way, a parameter is the term that is used to measure an AI's learning progress. Now, for comparison, in 2020, OpenAI was able to train ChatGPT-3 for only $4.6 million. However, it only had 175 billion parameters. OpenAI's more advanced models are reportedly, of course, much more expensive to train. For instance, GPT-4 was developed for the tune of $78.4 million, all the way up to $500 million. If you think that's too much, then ChatGPT-5 is going to blow your damn socks off, because it is estimated that training GPT-5 would cost between $1.7 billion to $2.5 billion. Google has also had Gemini Ultra, which is the search giant's answer to ChatGPT-4. The estimated cost of training for Gemini Ultra is about $191 million. A lot of money compared to, again, the $6 million the Chinese company spent. Now, obviously, the numbers differ depending on who you ask. But real quick, before we dive deeper, and it does go much deeper, so make sure you stick around for the implications of this, I want to take a quick second to let you know about the Wealth Mastery newsletter. This is your weekly guide to the cryptocurrency markets. Our readers love it, and I'm sure that you will too. And here's the reason why. Because every single week, my team of researchers and I are putting in the work to help keep you ahead of the curve in this fast-moving market, and also to save your time by finding you all of the latest and greatest insights and alpha on altcoins, meme coins, AI coins, airdrops, charts, and much, much more. You can join our 150,000 plus weekly readers for free. It's free. Link in the description or the pinned comment over on X. Go check it out. Thank you very much. So, back to the regularly scheduled programming. Now, look, we can go all day comparing these AI models, but the thing is, DeepSeek was able to create an AI model that we can argue is a step above the usual large language models like ChatGPT. The DeepSeek R1 and OpenAI 01 are reasoning models. These models are designed to excel in complex problem solving, math, coding tasks, all this kind of stuff. Essentially by spending more time thinking before generating an answer. I know it sounds a bit trippy, but how does this affect the AI industry as a whole? Well, if you listen to the equity markets today, obviously there are concerns. We've known for a while that AI will exponentially advance over time. Prices will continue to go down. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get artificial general intelligence that thinks just like a real human in just a few years. It's probably coming, maybe even sooner if you listen to what Sam Altman has to say. However, what the Chinese company did was basically something that was pretty much unexpected. Nobody saw this coming. Some scrappy little Chinese company all of a sudden just blasts out this AI model that just completely cucks all the big US companies and says, yeah, we just did it for like 1/30th of the price that you guys did. The US thought that China was years behind in AI technology, and surprise, surprise, they're not. In fact, they just released a model that is as competitive as OpenAI and all the other major LLMs and AI models in the United States, and did it for a fraction of the price, despite not having access to top-of-the-line GPU chips from U.S. makers. Although, again, there's rumors that they may have access to those through, back channels. That's a different story. That's allegedly, okay? So they were able to make a very powerful AI reasoning model. It's very impressive. Now, according to reports, they did this in just a few months, which is crazy. And without the bottomless budget of all of these big, super mega US tech companies. It's pretty impressive if everything is as they say it is. Now, this changes the rules of the game. It does, fundamentally. China just said, hey, US, we got some AI stuff going on over here, and we're doing it better and cheaper. Now, DeepSeek didn't have a $6.6 billion infusion that OpenAI got from investors like Microsoft and other big names like NVIDIA. Now, there was a time back in the yonder years when those with more money would always simply win. But apparently, the saying that necessity is the mother of invention is damn well true in this situation, because China had to do it. Okay, and if you look at the number of Chinese research papers and the number of Chinese people working in STEM compared to the United States and all this kind of stuff, China's tech revolution is well and truly underway, even if their economy is struggling in a variety of ways right now. What they're bringing forward in tech should not be ignored. And yes, DeepSeek is going to be bad for a lot of tech companies. We have to remember that the biggest winners in the emergence of AI are chip makers like NVIDIA, because AI models need bigger and more robust and more powerful AI GPUs, which is exactly what NVIDIA provides into the market. This is the reason, of course, why NVIDIA's stocks have skyrocketed. Its market cap's absolutely exploded in the last year, even beating out Bitcoin over the last 10 years in terms of returns, which is insane. Hitting more than $3 trillion in just, went from $1 trillion to $3 trillion in a very short amount of time over the last year. So this begs the question, of course, whether the demand for different GPUs from NVIDIA and others is actually going to decline, since it's now proven that you don't really need to have the top-of-the-line chips in order to do top-of-the-line AI. Again, assuming that the allegedly them having NVIDIA GPUs is not real, which they may, but it's allegedly, right? Now look, because of US sanctions, China is not allowed to have the top-of-the-line chips, the A100, the H100 chips. Doesn't mean that they didn't get them. What if they didn't? What if DeepSeek really did all this without all that? Then it is a major laying down of the gauntlet to US tech companies saying,
you're way too expensive and you're way too slow.
By the way, they open sourced DeepSeek, which is crazy. All the US tech stuff is closed source. So it's a big move, big power move here by China. China is only allowed to have tier 2 chips from NVIDIA like the H20, but it didn't stop DeepSeek from happening. Of course, they got creative. They went and did it anyway. Life will find a way. I know what some are saying. It is possible that China, again, exploited that loophole by getting these H100s and A100s from the black market, or renting them, even renting them via secondary overseas GPU markets, which is possible. Think about the decentralized AI networks in crypto, things like Render. Could a Chinese company have used that? It's possible, right? So maybe they copied, or they just hid the true expense. Yes, that is possible. However, the optics right now, and this is what matters, perception matters. The optics right now are that you don't need to spend billions of freaking dollars of money to be able to buy the most expensive GPUs in order to launch top tier AI products. That is what investors are seeing. That is what investors are hearing. And that is what's making investors question the trillion-dollar plus market caps of stocks like NVIDIA, Meta, Google, Microsoft, etc., and that they will take a beating because of this. And again, US equity markets today are showing that they are taking a bit of a beating. The Dow Jones futures fell pretty precipitously when the news came out. The NASDAQ futures bleeding into the US market open. And this video is coming out a few hours after the US market opens. Maybe we've bounced by then, or maybe there's more economic chaos happening. We shall see. It's like investors are saying, you got billions of dollars to dominate AI, to the US companies, right? And yet, with all those billions of dollars, some little company in China on a shoestring budget was able to come in, outsmart you, take your lunch. These US tech stocks will look in that situation insanely overvalued, really. But how does it affect your dog coins? The There's the crux of the conversation, isn't it? Short term, it might be bad for us since crypto, especially the AI sector in crypto, often follows right along with really what the stock markets are doing. Now, I would like for that not to be the case, but more often than not, where goes the stock markets, there goes crypto. Okay, so if equity markets are taking a beating, expect crypto to take a beating too. Unless some massive news comes out tomorrow that Donald Trump's buying a million Bitcoin or something like that for the US strategic Bitcoin reserves, then we'll see a decorrelation. Have you ever noticed that whenever there is good news in tech, things like Nvidia's got big news, a lot of the AI crypto projects might also pump. Conversely, a steep drop in tech stocks will also affect crypto more broadly. Now, I think long-term, mega bullish for crypto AI and mega bullish for just crypto in general, because the cost of doing AI is going to drop precipitously, allowing for even more AI to proliferate around the world. Short-term, problems because US equity sell-offs. By the way, the market is in the red at the time of recording, which is crazy. However, I believe that this is good in the long run. Okay, we are accelerating towards the insanity of an AI future, and I'm very much in two minds about AI in general. One, it's very, very exciting. Two, it's really going to lead to the next Great Depression and massive human suffering because billions of people could lose their jobs due to AI, new and robotics and stuff like that. Different story for a different day. Trump's already promised to make the U.S. the AI and crypto capital of the world, literally putting down $500 billion the other day to invest in AI in the United States. So this news is going to fuel the fire even more. There's an AI arms race going on right now between the USA and China, and I'm here for it because it means innovation's going to skyrocket. The U.S. isn't backing down. The U.S. is going hard into AI, okay? Binance founder CZ commented on X that the currency for AI is crypto. Think about it. So following this train of thought, once AI permeates all aspects of our lives, and that's coming a lot sooner than you expect, crypto adoption will also reach new peaks. It's all coming, guys. It's not so crazy to imagine that AI agents, for example, are going to be using crypto when they trade with each other because everything is going to need to be verifiable on chain. AI is pure logic, and they will see, of course, that fiat is a losing proposition. I would expect the crypto value layer of the internet to be as important as the AI layer of the internet. Two of the most important technologies of our lifetimes in parallel expanding at the same time. Decentralized finance, all this kind of stuff, it's coming, it's here, it's exciting, and it goes hand in hand with AI. Additionally, the ability to use an open source AI model like DeepSeek's R1 is definitely going to be beneficial long term, especially for certain crypto niches, things like the AI agents in crypto, Render and Golem and stuff like this might really benefit from their GPU markets. For example, AI agents will benefit from having cheaper access to AI models. DeepSeek has proven, though, that you do not need to have the most expensive and the craziest GPUs in the world, and tens of thousands, although they might have had that, allegedly, in order to develop the best AI, okay? So more developers might turn to GPU on-demand services, like all that stuff in the decentralized world, which could, of course, provide nice tailwinds again for crypto AI projects. Yeah. All those things loaning out computing power and stuff like that, I've always thought it was a pretty cool niche in crypto, and as we see AI development continuing to grow in the non-crypto world, that's gonna spill over into the crypto world, okay? More tech advancements are good for crypto, even if short-term equity sell-offs are bad for crypto. All these AI developments can leverage the advancements to optimize their services, offer more efficient solutions, and the end user gets to have a better experience at the end of the day. So I expect the market to be a bit topsy-turvy. Specifically this week, we've got this DeepSeek news, which the market needs to fully absorb and swallow. We have the Fed meeting later this week. So, maybe a few days before the dust settles, expect some volatility while investors come to terms with what this means in the new reality of the AI markets. However, long term, I strongly believe that the cryptocurrency markets are going to benefit from all these advancements in the AI markets. And don't count America out of the race, okay? This is just one of many of the battles in the AI battle for dominance, okay? And that's why I'm just chilling, watching the red candles, enjoying watching the markets crash. It's always a good time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope this video has been useful for you. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.